So we've been flagged twice. Actually, I don't know what the actual term is for that, but yeah, got the stream shut down for supposedly running an ad blocker, which is a bit weird because I am running an ad blocker, but I thought I disabled it while I was streaming those videos. But clearly, YouTube doesn't agree with that. They think that that I am blocking their ads. So, well, what are you going to do? I think the one way of getting around that would be if I run the YouTube videos on a different. Actually, maybe I need to run the whole thing on a different browser. I like Chrome. I'm using Chrome for this. I'm really, really used to using Chrome, and that is the browser that I have the ad blocker extension installed on. I could, however, switch over to a different browser, and I've got 3 others that I could use. Don't like any of them, but I could use them. And none of them, I don't think, have ad blockers on. So maybe I'll do that. But probably not tonight, because I'll need to spend some time setting up one of those browsers to go to StreamYard and YouTube, and Chrome's already set up with all the passwords and everything, so it's quite easy for me and quite quick to go to StreamYard or to YouTube. And I need to set that up again on another browser. I could very well do that. In fact, I might consider doing that anyway, because yeah, on my other computer it's going quite weird. Chrome seems to want to keep randomly reloading pages and stuff, and I don't think that that's right. I think there's something up with that particular installation. But that's annoying, says Declan. Yes, it is. But what an age that we live in, that I can actually even do this. I'm just sitting on a chair at home in front of a computer, and I'm grabbing media off the other side of the planet, and I'm throwing it out on the internet. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. It's like a lot of people on the internet are just streaming from their phone. I haven't tried doing that yet, but imagine reaching billions of people just on your phone, walking around, videoing yourself and talking, and yeah, and I know they do that. They do it. One of the channels that I follow, Alien Space. Now she's been doing streams on her phone. I think she has an iPhone or something like that, and she's got this microphone. What is it? It's a oh gosh, it's a microphone that usually comes with a drone, and it's a pretty good quality one, which would be a good thing, because if you've ever tried to use a phone with the hands-free option on, and you've been outside, you'll know that the sound that you get off it is just terrible. People can't hear what you're saying because you get the wind mucking up the microphone and stuff like that. But yeah, she's got this really good microphone that she uses for interviewing people while she's streaming on her phone. It's pretty good going, and she won't be the only one doing that. Just happens to be the only one that I know of that I follow. Well, that was quite cool. In fact, very cool. I don't want to stream YouTube anymore, because I don't know for sure if it's YouTube ad blocker that's getting annoyed, or if it's the ad blocker that I've got on StreamYard. Because with Chrome, every single tab gets its own slice of the ad blocker. I suspect it's both, to be honest. but probably it's really just the videos that we're watching from YouTube. I think that's really where it's coming from. So I could possibly just load YouTube up on a different browser. For instance, I don't know what I've got on here actually. This is Anton's computer, but I think he uses Firefox. Yeah, so Firefox. On my computer, I've got a funny browser called DuckDuckGo. I don't think that's installed on this computer. So we've got Firefox and only Firefox. Okay, I'm just going to run Firefox up. Hey, you know what? You might as well watch. How about I present that screen? This could be a mistake. I don't know. So let's see. I don't know about. I think this is extensions. Okay. YouTube non-stop. Oh, okay. All right. So these are the extensions installed, and there is no ad blocker. Cookie auto delete. Huh. Okay. All right. So it could be we could possibly watch YouTube on that one. I'd have to get, if I did that, I'd have to get allow the stream to risk. I'd have to risk the stream being shut down. That's what I'm trying to say. Actually, before I do that, let's just have a quick look. We had that stream was, goodness me, an hour, 58 minutes. This previous stream was an hour and a quarter. That's 2.25 hours that I've just been sitting here talking, and streaming. Before that, 20 minutes. Before that, 18 minutes. And then this morning, 3 minutes. Yesterday, an hour and a half. Sunday was 3 hours. Actually, StreamYard will tell me how my quote is going, won't it? It's on here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where. I don't know where. So this is not actually my usual feed, but this is what we've got at the moment. Because why? Because I'm not signed in, that's why. I'm not going to do that right now because, well, I could close the window, stop the share, I suppose. But I'm not going to show you what my password is. Ready to vote. Yeah, we've got election coming up very shortly in New Zealand. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah, nah. There's a bunch of mucking around I have to do in Firefox to get that to work so it's nice and clean and all that, and I can't be bothered. Because what is it now? It's almost 9 o'clock. I'll be wanting to go to bed soon because I have to get up at, I get up at 6 o'clock usually most mornings, and I start work at 7. So that gives me plenty of time to have a shower and get myself together. But I don't like to stay up too late during the week. I'm not ready to stop talking yet, though. I've got to say, I hope that I don't overdo it and blow my quota. I wish I could find out. Well, maybe I could. Hold on. Account settings. No. I'm trying to find out what's left of my quota. I could do it manually by going back through the list of streams and add the time up, but I thought there should have been some easy way of finding out. I've seen it before. Okay. Oh. So since Sunday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've used about 7 hours, and now from memory it was 20 hours per month. And it is only Tuesday. At this rate, I'll be through my quota by the end of the week. Oh, gosh. So with that in mind, I might actually shut this stream down and just finish for the night, because I don't know what else I have left to say right now. I feel like I could keep going, but I don't know what to talk about and what to show you. It'd be much easier if I was having an actual conversation with someone, I think. At least I got to show Lawrence, the guy who got a job at Bunnings. I was pretty touched by that video, those 2 videos today, when I was told about them. And yeah, glad I got to share those. The AFL stuff was amazing. The marks, just incredible. The bumps, a bit scary. But overall, you can tell the skill level of these guys is just through the roof. And, you just look at the people that are supporting it and how involved they are. Man, what a following. What a following. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me, Declan. But I think that I will shut the stream down now before I bore everyone to tears. And I'll just sort of recuperate myself and then get ready for bed. The server is still down. The Minecraft server. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it down for a bit. I think what I'll do is I'll close off the port so that I don't take any external connections anymore, just so I can work on stuff on there, have it working, because there's a few things I wanted to still work on. For instance, thanks, mate. For instance, oh gosh, I've forgotten. I'm getting tired. But there's a few things that I hadn't quite finished on there that I would like to actually finish. Technical things, or programming wise. Need the server up to be doing that, and I want to do it without being disturbed. So I'll just basically have to stop people connecting and just run it as a personal server for a while. Right now, it seems like I won't be able to run it as an open server because it'll just get wrecked. Yeah, the only way to protect it would be to get licensed, which actually I wouldn't mind knowing how to do that. If anybody happens to watch this and knows the process of getting license for Minecraft, please comment. Please tell me how to do that, and if you could give me some idea of what it costs in New Zealand dollars, that it would be amazing. I've tried clicking the links from T Launcher and then going off to no, I don't even remember what the sites were, and it ended up I just got completely confused and I didn't know. I think I even couldn't pay for anything. I really got just completely lost. So any help would be appreciated. Oh, thanks, Declan. No, yeah, the good thing is that we haven't lost the server as it is today. It's still there, and it's just a matter of finding a way to make that stable and safe so that we can carry on. Or maybe start a new server or something. I'm not really too sure. It's just because of the security. Yeah. Oops. Excuse me. I just got a text. I don't know if you heard that sound. Let's see what that is. Oh, I should go and get my glasses. Oh, okay. It actually wasn't a text. It was a notification of an email. So not urgent. I'm not even going to bother reading it. You might have a spare Minecraft account. How the heck do you have a spare Minecraft account? What that says to me is that you have paid from 2 separate licenses. Wow, why would you do that? I wonder if I think you've been playing for years, so okay. I just wonder though if the account might be like connected to a nickname, and so in order to use that account, you'd have to play under the nickname that it was created under, or something like that. I don't know if you could transfer it to somebody else. And I've got nothing against actually doing it myself, but as I said, when I tried, I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I also had a problem with the cost of it. I'm not sure. I might have a look at it tomorrow, actually, see if I can figure out what it's going to cost. Oh, okay. This email might be worth looking at. Nope, it's not. It's cool. Yeah. Didn't want to have to go that way because, well, don't have a lot of money. And I guess I thought I was sort of championing the rights of the little guy who wanted to have a free server. I thought it was a good idea. But I must be the only one who thinks that. Because there's a bunch of other people who've got nothing else in their life attacking me and stopping me from enjoying that. So I must be wrong. Minecraft is $30 for you. All right, because New Zealand money is actually not too far off Australian money. I think you're probably talking $35 for me. Okay, well, so I'd have to get 2 licenses. I'd need to get Anton a license, because the whole point of me even being involved in Minecraft is to allow Anton to play Minecraft. I don't know if anybody's picked this up, but Anton is the light of my life. He's the best thing I ever did, and I'm doing everything in my power to help him have a successful life. Especially in this day and age, things have become much, much harder. The cost of living is ridiculous. Do I like playing the game too? Yeah, I do. I love the building. It's fantastic. It's, it's like Lego kind of. Who doesn't like Lego? What was I saying about Anton? I can't remember. But anyway, I really just. Oh yeah, so the cost of living, how much food costs nowadays, just ridiculous. Rent has gone, it's ridiculous. I mean, I get listings on properties to rent all the time, and what they want per week is generally more than I get paid. So how could I possibly consider taking a rental like that? And it was never like that when I was, well, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It was never like that. And the price of houses, I mean, in New Zealand, you wouldn't believe it, but it's fairly common that a house in New Zealand costs $1 million. $1 million. New Zealand. We're on the bottom of the planet, and houses cost $1 million. That's insane. What else is there? The price of petrol. If you want to drive your car in New Zealand, I don't know what the cost is today, but the price of petrol recently was $3 a litre, over $3 a litre. So for a long time, I used to just put $10 a week in my car. In fact, probably sometimes I was feeling like I was a bit flush, so I put in $20 worth of petrol. And that would last me at least a week. Now, $10 of petrol in my car would only make me feel comfortable for about 3 days. And on the third day, I might be pushing it a little bit, but on the fourth day, I better put another $10 in, or else my car's going to stop running in the middle of the street. And I just feel like things are not going to get any easier. And my poor son, he's only a child, and he hasn't had to suffer the burden and struggle of supporting himself. I really worry that when it comes to him having to find a job and look after himself, it's going to be so difficult for him, and I just hate that. Declan has to spend $90 a week on fuel. Oh, mate, you'd have to be earning a decent amount of money for that not to count. That would just about break me. I'm so lucky. I don't live too far away from where I work, so I drive to work every morning because it's just far quicker. And in the job that I do, I'm on my feet all day. I don't really want to have to walk to work, then walk around for 8 hours, and I'm just moving all the time, and then after work walk home again. It's just too much walking. So I drive, and it costs me, right now at least $20 a week. Try to drive as little as possible. Me too. Me too. I drive to work, which is very quick and easy. And then I drive from work quite often straight home, or if I need to, I will drive to the supermarket and then home. That is pretty much it. To get me to and from work is pretty much all I do. And I don't even have like a really thirsty car. It's only a 4-cylinder. It's not even a 2 liter. It's a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder car. But still, I have to make sure I don't drive it very far. And every kid these days is facing the same thing, because the cost of living doesn't just affect my son, it affects everybody. And I worry for all of those kids, but especially I worry for my own son. As I think I alluded to it in a previous stream or something, that he's a very bright kid, but he's got kind of a simplistic view of life. He just thinks the best of everything and everybody, and he really doesn't know what struggle is. And I really worry about that, and I want to keep struggle away from him. I'm sure every father feels the same way about their son or daughter. I shouldn't be sexist, and every mother feels the same too. I don't mean to be sexist. I'm sorry if anybody listening takes offense to that. I didn't mean that. Anyway, that was the whole reason for getting this Minecraft thing going. Anton wanted to put some videos up on YouTube, and he started off with his 20th Century Fox stuff. He wanted to do stuff about Volkswagen. He had a real obsession with Volkswagen and cars in general. He just has a phenomenal memory for cars. It doesn't take much detail, but he can recognize cars from the smallest of things, and he can tell you what size engines they have, and quite often he can tell you what country they're made in, what years they were made in. It's amazing, actually. And he wanted to have a YouTube channel so that he could make videos and put them up on YouTube, partly because he saw other people doing it and he thought it was fun. I mean, he doesn't see it as a business opportunity. I do, but he doesn't see it that way. For him, it's just fun, and I don't mind supporting that. And he wanted to have a Minecraft server, so I made him a Minecraft server. I put it online so people could join and play with him, and that was going great for a while. We've actually had a server running for at least a year and a half. But lately, certain people have found out about the server, and they just make it their mission to take it down. And so that's ruined it. But it's only ruined Minecraft for him. It's only ruined our little enterprise. There's no reason, like I say, he could go onto Atanos or another online Minecraft server and do Minecraft streaming from there. So it's not over. Fun can become a career. Yes, indeed it can. It really can. And I think Anton can find himself in a position like that, where he can be doing something that he loves, and it can support him and keep him healthy, and and he can be a happy, fulfilled human being, which is what I really want for him. he's little bit like Lawrence in some ways, in that he's like pretty much always happy, and he sees positives in everything. So I don't want that to change. Anyway, what else? What else? What else? What else? Model trains. I think we've talked about that. He loves Thomas the Tank Engine, and I just bought him the Valley Drifter for his birthday. That's a 00 modern locomotive, so it's got a really, really good controller for it, so you can slow the train right down and get good control over the train. And I'm going to buy him another locomotive for Christmas. I can't remember the name of this one, but it's this SECR 6L or something like that. And the cool thing about this particular locomotive is that it looks a lot like Thomas. It's green. Thomas is blue with red, I think, or pink. Is it red and yellow trim? But this particular locomotive is green, mostly green. But it's got the same sort of shape as Thomas. So I think with a little bit of work, you could repaint it and make it look like Thomas. And I'd love to have more time to make more videos. Sure. Yeah, your hobby is YouTube? Yeah, sure. That's the same as Anton. And it turns out lately it's been my hobby. All these streams I've been doing, I've put in just this week, like 8 hours of streaming. Most of it nonsense. In fact, all of it's pretty much nonsense, but that's what I've been doing because I've been enjoying it. I just wish there was more of a point to it, or something more interesting to get people interested in watching and participating. And I guess I feel that way because I've been watching a lot of, big time YouTubers on their streams. Like I really love Echo Based Network. Gosh, I can't even think of any other streamers right now, but that's a really interesting channel. They're entertainment based, mainly Star Wars, but they're having to diversify now because the Star Wars material is thinning out and it's pretty crap. So they're starting to discuss other types of entertainment, other franchises. But I love what they do. I've been watching Popcorn Planet, Midnight's Edge, and these are streams where you get a bunch of people, like 5 or 6 people at a time, and they talk about whatever the theme is, and they interact and make jokes, and I like that kind of stream. I wouldn't mind doing that. So that would require finding other people who want to stream together and discuss some topic that we all have in common. Because I don't know that much about AFL, I don't know how much I could contribute to an AFL type of a forum. I know a lot about Star Wars, which is why I like EBN, Echo Based Network, because they used to be they still are a Star Wars based channel. In fact, that's one of the reasons I went onto YouTube, was to keep up with the old Star Wars knowledge, because at the time Disney had just brought Star Wars and breathed what I thought was fresh life into the franchise. So I was really excited about it all. That hasn't really panned out at all, so a bit of a bummer. But that was one of the reasons I got interested in YouTube anyway in the first place, just to keep up to date with that material. Oh, why am I telling you that for? Don't know. I'm just rambling. Rambling. Are you a Star Wars fan, Declan? I'd say probably not. I think you're more of a more of a petrol head type of guy. I don't know. That might be a bit unfair. Sorry, mate, but I don't know. Yes. Oh, you are a Star Wars fan? Okay, I take it all back. I'm so sorry. Um, hmm. I don't know what to say now. I certainly don't want to try and launch into a great big discussion about Star Wars. It's just an interesting thing. Um, but for the record, I will say I am so disappointed with the way it's gone with Disney. I really wish that they had never touched it. Um, and I think that they have done a disservice to the world with what they've done to Star Wars. Do you only watch the old movies? Um, I only like the old movies, that's for sure. And guess what? So does Anton. We only really consider George Lucas Star Wars to be Star Wars. It was really funny that I took Anton to the movies and we saw, I don't know if it was The Force Awakens or what was the one that Ryan Johnson did? The Last Jedi. It might have been The Last Jedi. And afterwards, we were sitting at home, and Anton was asking about who made those movies. And I said, and I had to explain that it was Disney that made those movies, and it wasn't George Lucas. And he said, "Oh, is that why they're not so Star Warsy?" And it was funny because I think he was only 10 years old, and yet he knew what Star Wars was, and he knew Disney Star Wars is not Star Wars. It was, yeah. He's an interesting kid that way because when it comes to Star Trek, he only likes the original series Star Trek, or original series, original. What you know what I'm trying to say? Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock. That's his favorite type of Star Wars. We've tried to watch New Generation. I tried to get him interested in Voyager, which is a series I used to follow a while ago, but he's not interested. It's Kirk and Spock. Those are his favorites. Um, and funnily enough, how about this? You guys probably wouldn't know this, but back in the 1970s, I think, or the 1980s, I'm not sure exactly when, but there used to be a television show called Mission Impossible. You know, everyone knows Mission Impossible. The movies that have come out now have got Tom Cruise in them. Okay, that stuff is crap. The real Mission Impossible was a TV show, and it starred Leonard McCoy as one of the, well, he actually didn't start in the series. I think he was introduced to the show in about the third or the fourth season, but he was in that show. And Mission Impossible, the old series, original series, is very different from the Tom Cruise stuff. And Anton only likes the original show. He doesn't like the Tom Cruise stuff. He seems to like all this old vintage stuff. Uh, Very interesting. That is very interesting. He seems to just like the old stuff that I like, and that I don't know whether I've like tainted his view or something, shown him too much old stuff. But yeah, I actually think he's got amazingly good taste. I feel like you don't like the new ones, 2015 and over. Oh yeah, no, you're quite correct. Um, I I saw Force Awakens in the cinema, and I came out of that a little bit deflated, but I thought, okay, they're setting up something new, and so I was still optimistic. But I walked out of The Last Jedi absolutely stunned. I could not believe it. It hurt me inside. It was so bad. Rise of Skywalker, um, I did not even bother going to the cinema to see that one. Yeah, they killed off Solo. Yeah, that's just terrible. They killed them all off. It was just terrible. And you can understand why Disney wanted to have their own characters. They didn't want to be paying George Lucas licensing fees, and so that's why they killed off all George Lucas's stuff. Is because as long as his stuff exists, they've got to pay him royalties or the equivalent of that, and they didn't want to do that. Stupid idiots! They should have, because a little bit to George, and they'd be raking it in. They'd have so much money to be stupid, but they've done it completely wrong. But the thing too is that they haven't done it just with Star Wars. Every franchise that they've been in control of is suffering because of their, what they've been doing with this. What do you call it? They're trashing men and making women like unquestionable. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. The term Mary Sue gets thrown around a lot. Mary Sue in movie terms is, or not necessarily movie terms, but it's a woman who has incredible power without having to strive for it, without having to work for it. So you see it with the Star Wars. These women become powerful Jedis without even trying. And they're doing that across the board with all their franchises. They're making all these women super powerful and all the men pathetic. And because they're talking about some kind of agenda that they've got. And it's ruining everything. I think it is anyway. But it's gotten so bad now that they're having to change tack now. After how many years has it been? Say 15 years or something that Bob Iger's been driving the company this way. He's starting to backtrack and saying, oh, gee, maybe I've been going wrong. And he's getting a lot of pushback from some pretty high up people in the board. That doesn't mean that he's going to be losing his job or anything, but it's been a long time coming that he's starting to be having to prove himself. It's too late for Star Wars right now. I think on EBN they were saying probably the best thing for Disney to do now is to completely stop pretending to do Star Wars for about 5 years, and then try to reintroduce Star Wars by going back to the original trilogy and promoting that stuff and then building again. But Disney will never do that. Well, I don't think they will. Anyway, I don't want to get too carried away on a Disney rant, because there's probably, if anybody's watching this, they're probably not even interested about it. And according to my channel content list, nobody's watching. It's just me talking and Declan being polite. One view. Oh. Oh well. The thing is, it stays on YouTube and somebody might see it later. So, My dad named his old black ute after Darth Vader. Yeah. Oh. You know what? Stand by. I just have to go for a quick bathroom break. I'm just going to put some music on, and then I want to see if I can find some old videos. Where's the music? Here it is. Yeah, I was trying to find some old videos I had made of Anton some time ago. Well, some stuff that Anton did. I hate to say it, but I can probably find it on YouTube. But if I do that, I'll get the screen shut down. And it's so hard when I can't see what I'm looking at because I need to wear glasses for most of stuff. And even on this computer screen, it's a big screen, but I can hardly read it. I know this stuff's on my phone. I don't know if I can connect my phone to the computer system. I think it's just a lost cause. Oh, but if you go back through our videos, you should be able to find what I'm looking for. I think. Go back to your channel, videos, and you have to scroll back. It was quite a long time ago. Quite a lot of videos actually, but not the ones that I'm looking about this time. What do I see? Okay, I'm going to risk the YouTube thing. Okay. Show this movie. It's a short one. Hopefully it won't be a problem. There we go. This is Anton at Armageddon, a cosplay thing in New Zealand.
It's one of my friends. You gotta go see him. Good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I wish I'd got off before it's given them a name.
Okay. It's short and a bit weird. You might not know what was going on there, but he was trying to prank people by pretending to be a statue. But check that out, his costume. He loves being Darth Vader, and we made this costume for him. Oh, it was so awesome. It's all broken now. He can't help fiddling it. See, I don't know if you can tell, but the chest piece and the belt that he's wearing have got working weights on them. So I built these circuits that fit inside there, and it's all battery powered. The lightsaber actually had flat batteries in it, which is a shame. So it was really, but yeah, that was a fun day. Oh, there's this other one that's really super funny. Don't know if I've got it on here. Oh gosh. Now this will probably get me shut down. It's really shut down. This one, yeah, this one here. No, not that one. Sorry. Although that was a good one. But
We've got Darth Vader, 2 stormtroopers, and then the actual stormtroopers.
funny, eh? Funny. That last piece there, that was a photographer from the local newspaper. So he got him and his 2 mates there, they were friends of ours, and they got their photo in the paper. They were pretty excited because I think Anton was maybe 11, and the 2 boys there were about 9 and 7. But they had a great day, those guys. It was a really cool day. I won't play anymore because I bet you any minute now on YouTube will shut me down. But if I had the actual video files, I could play video files. I'm on the wrong computer. This isn't my computer. Sometimes my files are on my computer, but I haven't set up the share properly. I can't reach them. trying to find an example of that, but on his computer, so many files and so many books and addresses. Really hard to tell which is the finished work. Share this screen. A few years ago, or quite a few years ago, this meme going around the internet about wide, everything was widening, walking, and as he walked, got wider and wider. This is and version of that. Okay then. Well, yeah. Despite the fact that we've had no views, no likes, and Declan's been extremely polite to me, I've had a good time. I really have. It's been fun. I wouldn't mind doing this a lot more, to be honest. I don't know how that would come about, but I probably have to look at getting a license from StreamYard to take me from the free plan, because the free plan is like 20,000 per month. I think the first tier of the paid plan is 50,000 per month. Yeah, I'm not sure. But as well as that, I probably need to look at getting Minecraft licenses. I mean, in a way, those guys hacking me, or the one anyway, saying, pay for Minecraft, you should pay for Minecraft. I think probably the message is correct, although the way that he's been delivering it is kind of like, I'm not interested, not interested in what you're trying to tell me. But licensing Minecraft is probably the right idea, because I guess it will stop them being able to do what they do, which ruins the planet. Yeah. Need to think on that. It's nearly bedtime, so got plenty of time to lay there and think about that. See how it goes. I think tonight I will shut port so that I can't accept any external connections to Minecraft, and then I'll run the server up. Yeah, be very quiet. Because right now I don't want to not be running it. I guess I'm addicted to it, something like that. So I want it to be going. But I'm scared of getting hacked at the moment, so that's why I've got it shut down. So I want to start that. I'm going to do that right now, actually. It won't take too long to go to the administration of the router. What I'm doing is, in order to protect my main Minecraft server, I'm directly forwarding to the wrong computer, and this other computer will not answer any responses, any calls to that. Just won't. That one I might leave intact. I just have to put that back to what it was before. So that'll work. Just log out of there. Okay. Well, I'm going to say good night. Good night. Thanks, Declan. Thanks for hanging out with me. You're a good mate. And anyone else who's been watching, thank you also for watching, taking an interest. See you tomorrow. Hey, here we are. Look, I'm keen, so that's a very likely possibility. I'll be streaming tomorrow. And during the day, I'll think about some material for that, because that's the trouble with tonight, is that I've been interested in doing it, but I've got nothing prepared. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Maybe tomorrow I will have something to talk about. It'd be nice if we could just do some Minecraft. But that was the reason I started doing this. But whatever, we'll see what happens. Could be really interesting. Okay, so thank you again, Declan. Congratulations on your subs. Good on you. Let's all have a great week. Everybody, let's do our best. Thanks for watching Anton's Water videos. Like and subscribe. And get your friends to do that too, and your mum and dad, and your neighbour. Get them to subscribe. Thank you. Good night, and bye.